what was one of your favorite stories that you wrote about?
Brown Shoes was the catalyst for the entire book, if you were to ask me. That's where it started. I was sitting with some people at a party in New York City, and some people who had a lot of influence actually in the writing world. And we were having dinner, and I was very kind of a lull in this moment, and all of a sudden, uh, I just told that story about the brown shoes. And I don't know if you want me to tell it, but it's, anyways, the whole room, the whole table of like 12 people froze. And I knew that when I tell that, so that is probably the catalyst, and it's my favorite story because I can't believe it happened, although it happened. And so that would definitely probably be the one that everything else surrounds. However, I just found out from a friend who is pre-reading my book that she really likes the story of a moment in which I had a confusing time with a girl in college when I was kind of going out with her a little bit, and I invited her to go someplace, and she quietly said, "You know what, Rob? I just can't make a commitment right now." And I said, "Oh, really?" And I assumed that she was actually talking about our relationship. She was breaking up with me, so I broke up. I hung up the phone. I was devastated, and I just stayed away from her. I repelled against this girl, and I find out like 6 months later that she confronts me. Like, "Why did you suddenly stop talking to me?" And I said, "Well, because you broke up with me." And she says, "No, I didn't. How?" And I said, "Well, that day." And she said, "Well, I was just saying I can't commit to go to the library." And all I was just trying to do was just to communicate to her that I was a complete misunderstanding then. And so what I found in Scripture and reading the Bible, and what I do with the book on that, is that oftentimes there are many things that happen within Scripture that we assume is one way, and when it's unpackaged another way, it suddenly makes sense. So we can make very simple errors in the communication of how Scripture is.